Hello everyone and welcome to August Patreon special. My name is Stig and as ever I'm joined by the lovely Modern Escapism crew. First up we've got Biggie.
What was that?
All I heard was
Yeah, it's like a squeak.
Said hello.
Didn't sound like it.
I think Discord for him needs to warm up. Like anytime I'm editing the main episodes, it's just like you'll start talking. The first two syllables are missing as it ramps up.
And as you've already heard, the rest of the team are here with Candy.
that was my
Nice.
hello.
God's sake. Should we take it from the top? Oodles
Hello, mate. Hello.
and Gadget.
All right.
Some people can say hello properly.
Yeah, these silly buggers.
Been drinking.
Anyway, some of you may remember a few months ago, Oodles decided to pit us off against each other in a great big debate. Myself and Gadget smashed it. Because,
Oh yeah.
eggs.
Because you had Gadget on your side. That's why you smashed it.
I'd forgotten about the eggs one.
I never forget about the eggs. I dream about them eggs.
But yeah, because Gadget is so good at this, it's 3 versus 1 this time. It's me, Candy, and Biggie, and we're going to go up
at a
against Gadget.
disadvantage.
Yeah.
I like those odds.
We're really going to try and beat him. But yeah, we're going to hand over to Oodles again. Although after last month, I'm not sure if that's such a good idea after what you
No.
put us through.
I believe revenge is coming swiftly.
Oh, it is.
Oh, it will be.
Yeah.
I
So
make
yeah,
no
Oodles
apologies.
is going to take the reins and he's going to give us the topics to debate and we've got to try and convince him. So take it away, Oodles.
All rise, court is in session. As you know, my name is Oodles, overseer and judge for the people versus Gadget. Bum bum. This debate committee was carefully gathered from experts in their field. We have Dr. Engelbert Stig, Professor Cassius Candy,
Hello.
and Dr. Percival D. Bigglesworth.
What?
Versus the world's greatest on-the-fly, winging-it Smith and argumentarian extraordinaire there ever was, it's District Attorney Gadget.
Greetings.
In all good and fair debate fashion. The first set of... I have 7 debates, but 6 are ones I want to do. The 7th is a bonus, depending on how quick the debates go on. The first few are
Objection.
basically...
Sorry.
Sustained. The first few are basically I've set up who's debating what. The last few is going to be a coin flip to make it fair. So are we all ready? Are you ready
Have you got
to
a three-sided coin?
No, we don't need a 3-sided coin.
Because there's 3 in our team.
There's 2 teams. I don't think
No,
Gadget
there's-
understands.
There's me versus the other 3.
Yeah, so I needed a coin flip to see who's debating what.
Oh,
Oh,
who's
right.
for and who's against? Yeah,
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
We clever, we smart.
We know language.
SMRT, smart.
Are you ready?
Gadget
Or
work well, not be a well without.
Exactly. Debate number 1. We're going to start quite highbrow, actually. The people, as in the 3, will be debating. Doing a job you hate for more money is better than doing a job you love for less. And obviously, Gadget will be debating on the rebuttal. Doing a job you love is better than doing a job you hate for more money. So,
Okay, I can do that.
I would like the people to go first on this, please. So, again, doing a job you hate for more money is better than doing a job you love for less. Discuss!
Sure, I'll take this one. Yeah, I'll take this one.
Okay, go for
Start
it.
us off. Yeah,
Good strong
doing
start.
a job. Do we have a timer?
I've started it.
Oh, doing a job that you hate for more money is better simply because you get paid more and you can buy nice things and you don't have to worry about your bills and you don't have to worry about things cropping up that might knock you out of whack for the month because you've got the money, the wonga, cha-ching. You've got that thing that makes you happy. you look in your bank balance and you see all those zeros and you go, "Oof, that's fine. I may hate my job, but look at all those zeros in my bank account." I don't mean zero at the bottom. I mean 1 0 0 0 0 0 because you're loaded. And yeah, it might be a shit job, but it's only 8 hours a day. You persevere it, you come home, and then you enjoy the stuff that all that money bought. All the games consoles you've got, the nice fancy car that you drive to and from work, the house that you'll be able to buy with the big garden and the big shed and the garage that you're filled with gym equipment because you're loaded, so you're buff as fuck because you don't have to clean your house because you pay someone else to do it. So yeah, basically doing a job that you hate for more money is better because money makes you happy.
Is that your closing statement?
Yep.
With 3 minutes left on the clock. Congratulations. Well done.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought we only had like a minute.
You didn't even tell us how long.
5 minutes.
Yeah,
5
you didn't tell us how long.
5 minutes.
How am I going to go for 5 minutes?
I can't talk for 1 minute.
I think I know a man that can. And it's his turn. So, to rebuttal that, Gadget, your timer starts now.
So this is the perfect one to start me off on here because I've been working in a career that I absolutely detest for the past 10 years. I'm good at it. I'm very good at it. I'm very well paid for it. I'm about to start a new job doing it where I get more money than I've ever had in my life. And you know what? I'm fucking miserable. Absolutely despondently sad about it because 8 hours a day I spend sat at a computer doing something that bores me, that I don't enjoy, that brings me no satisfaction. I get a piece of work, I do it, I hand it in, I get my manager going, "Hey, well done, here's the next thing." And the cycle continues. Doing a job for less money, but something that you love, is the dream for me. To the point where I'm actively working to the point where this can be my last job in the field that I'm in, and I can quit and I can go and do the things I want to do and I love to do. I don't need to earn 100 grand a year doing something. I'd be happy with 30 grand a year doing something I love. Because, in fact, I'll give you the full details because what I want to do is I want to quit my work and be a dungeon master full time because we play D&D a couple of times a month. We play D&D a couple of times a month, and I play it even more times, and I get paid a little bit to do it. And you know what? There is nothing finer than coming out of that experience, having fun with your friends or fun with the people who have kind of paid for my service, and feeling amazing after it. And I get a couple of quid for it. It's a little bit of pocket money for me, but I can scale that up to the point where I can make a living off it. Not the wealthiest living in the world, but I don't need that. I don't need an enormous house with a massive garden. I don't need a sports car. I don't need a trophy wife. I don't need children. I don't need all these things that cost money. I just want to live my life happy. I've had enough sadness and misery throughout my life to last me a lifetime. All I want is a little bit of happiness, and why should I have to sit and work a boring job until I'm 65 and society deems me not useful anymore and I get to retire on a tiny pension that the government has completely fucking wasted because they're a bunch of wankers? No! Let me work until the point where I die doing the thing I love, because then it's not work, it's just a happy life. What more could you want?
More money.
Have you finished? Is that Sorry, is that the end of your discussion?
That's the end of my discussion.
Thank you. Sorry, I got attacked by dogs who've decided to enter the room. Enter the court, should I say?
Did you give it a
They have
kiss?
now vacated the court. Right, okay. Now I have to come to the choice now. Now,
Do we get rebuttals?
you can. You've got because you save so much time. You've got a couple of minute rebuttal there, guys. You can all work as a team to rebuttal.
Okay.
that.
What more can you want? Money. Because you can go and do all the things that you enjoy outside of your job. You could go on all the holidays. For me, if I had that money that I could just go on a holiday every year, I could go and do things that I enjoy. I don't have to worry about what happens with my children. I don't have to worry about what happens with my mortgage because I know that I am financially taken care of. And I don't have to worry about that. And I'll still be able to have fun because the money means that I can do those fun things. When my kids are old enough, when my kids are 14, 15, 16, and I can leave them at home and let them have parties and do whatever. But I can go off to places like Japan and Thailand and Brazil and Argentina and Canada and enjoy
Butlins.
long holidays away from the children to places that I want to go to because I've got the money.
Strong. Any of your co-pilots want to rebuttal that before Gadget jumps in?
I'd like to also just say, if there's one particular person that's making your life miserable at work, you can just pay him to fuck off if you've got money.
Nice.
How's that
Biggie?
working out for you then, Candy?
I love all my co-workers.
If I had all that money, I'd buy the business that Gadget was in and pay him more money and make him happy in the job that he detests.
I like it. Okay, Gadget, final rebuttal.
What if money's not important to you? What if happiness is more important than money?
Ooh.
Money makes me happy.
Okay.
What if money doesn't make you happy?
Okay. This is down to
Impossible.
the wire. This is down to the wire for me. Now, I work to live. I don't live to work. I work in retail. Retail's not the best paying job. It gets me through. I am constantly skint, but I'm not on the bones of my ass, if you get what I mean. If I could change that and be miserable, I would. There are barriers to stop me from doing a better job and be miserable at it than what I can. So, and it's subjective. I think Stig's won this because money is the only thing that makes me sad. Currently, I've got everything else but the money. So yeah, Stig, you've got it. Solid argument though, Gadget, but Stig knows how to get me. He knows the only thing that's missing is the dollar. So 1-0. Let me write that down. Sorry, Gadget.
No, it's fine.
Sometimes I've looked at jobs and thought I'd much rather be doing this than this, but sometimes when I look at my friend who's literally going on 2 holidays next year, one with 12 grand and
Exactly.
one with 7 grand.
Money's
and I'm
mint.
piecing together a bit of money to go on
I remember
holiday
when I got some inheritance about 10 years ago, and it were like 4 grand. Most money I'd ever been handed to me at once ever in my life, and I felt like a millionaire. Do you know what I mean? It changes your perspective on things. It makes you happy.
I've been working since I was 15. I want to stop.
Yeah.
All depends on your priorities as well. Like, I don't give a shit about going on holiday, you know?
No, that's true.
I feel good in my day-to-day.
I give it to Stig on a subjective matter, but then again, I am the judge and I rule. So yeah,
I'd give a lot to charity as well. To be fair, if I had a lot of money.
So would I,
Oh,
mate. So
Don't
would
be
I.
bloody lame. Not a chance. It's all mine.
I would.
I'm
I
charity.
used to give to charity when I was getting paid less than I am now.
Yeah, I still don't.
I guess I give to Cat's Protection, but still,
I'll pay it to
So
you
you-
then, Candy. Then you could be my charity case.
thanks.
Let's move on to debate number 2. Gadget is going to start this debate. This debate is pineapple belongs on pizza. Gadget is for.
Okay.
The people are against. Gadget, pineapple, does it belong on pizza?
Of course it fucking does. Pineapple on pizza is amazing. You see, it's all the flavor profiles. You know the way your tongue is divided between salt and sweet and all that kind of thing. Well, if you take, say, for instance, the traditional, the classic, the probably not actually, but Hawaiian pizza, where you're applying ham and pineapple to it, and if you want to be a little bit cheeky, add a bit of mushroom on there as well. Ooh, it's good eating. But you get that mix of salty and sweet flavors that come in your mouth. It cuts right through. And even if you want to take it even a little bit further, maybe take that mushroom back off there, because I've seen the look that Stig just gave us there. But maybe put a bit of hot sauce on top as well, so you get that peppery flavor on top. So you've got the salt, the pepper, and then the cut through of the acidity from the pineapple. It just fucking hits you like a brick, and it's so good. I absolutely love pineapple on pizza. It's one of the greatest inventions of human existence. I don't understand people that don't like pineapple on pizza, in fact, because it's just something that in fact, I think the first pizza I ever had was a ham and pineapple one, and it works so marvelously. I don't get why people don't like it, and I'll cede the rest of my time because there's no further argument to it. It's fucking mint.
I like it. Strong, very strong start. Now, Stig can't answer
Don't
this
you
one.
look at me like that, Candy. I can see.
Candy's
Stig
face.
nose turning up.
Candy's
Stig
face
can't
is
answer this
clearly
one.
the-
I'll tell
Disappointed.
I'll tell you what, Candy, debate this one then.
I'm allergic to
Debate me,
pineapple.
coward.
Right,
So-
hang on.
Debate me on this.
So
Hang on.
naturally we
Court has
win.
not decreed. Court has not decreed yet. Candy, are you taking this rebuttal?
I've jumped on it, so I'll continue, yeah.
So, your time starts now.
I'm allergic to pineapple. Just the word itself is making my mouth itch. There is no place for anything sweet upon something savoury that no time in the history of the world does a glorious dough-based treat that everyone loves pizza. Why would you ruin it by putting fruit on it? Even vegetables are a little bit iffy with me, maybe a pepper or so, but pineapple, absolutely not. So it's not just any old sweet. Why? Who was the person that thought of pineapple? Why would you not put apple or a pear on it? You wouldn't dream of it. Like, there's absolutely no way you'd put a plum on a pineapple, and if you a plum on a pizza,
Wow.
although that'd be a good cocktail. You wouldn't dream of putting a plum on a pizza because it's insanity. Don't ruin good, salty, spicy treats with something that has got the texture of
Fruit.
snot, basically. Snot. It makes my personal mouth itch.
Your personal
And just-
mouth, not as opposed to your non-personal mouth.
The collective mouth of the people. It just absolutely does not belong. And I know I'm not very good at debating, but I think the room is going to agree with me here.
Okay. Can I just have the one of my my advisors behind me has just mentioned that tomatoes are fruit, but we're gonna wash that aside. We're gonna wash that because you said fruit does not belong on pizza, but kind of is.
It's debatable that tomatoes are fruit because they're not really sweet, are they? Also, I don't like
Still a
tomatoes. So.
It's still a...
You won't put a tomato in a fruit. You won't put tomato in a fruit salad, would you?
No,
Ugh.
it's still a fruit. But that's beside the by the by. So, have we got any rebuttals there, Gadget?
Well, I mean, Candy makes a very good point when she says that you wouldn't put fruit with salty things. I'm just curious as to what Candy kind of drizzles on a salmon or on a fish and chips. Not a lemon wedge going on there?
Oh,
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise.
Oh.
Egg again. Always comes
Jesus
back to
Christ,
egg.
woman.
Eggs.
Okay, so I feel like her testimony should be discarded just for
Yeah, overruled.
fucking hell.
Okay.
What are you supposed to
don't-
put on salmon?
I mean, you know, like sausage and apple goes together. You get Bromley apple sausages.
Oh,
You can
pork
also
and
get
cider. No.
Apple on pizza
Yeah,
as
like-
well is a thing.
Yeah, so you know, pineapple works on pizza. Granted, you're allergic to it, and that's fine. I just
Yeah.
know that now for when I ever need to assassinate you. That's brilliant. Just put some pineapple juice in your pina colada. It'll be great. You'll not notice
You
the
wouldn't
difference.
assassinate me. You just make me extremely itchy
Pina
for
colada is
an
made
hour or
with
so.
pineapple juice, by the
Do
way.
the rest of yeah. Do the rest of the people have anything else to add? Not Candy.
Yeah, because you've got so many fantastic toppings that you can put on a pizza. You don't need pineapple on there. It could be the dessert. It's ice cream afterwards. You can have that
The
luxurious sausage pepperoni pizza. Or you can go all the meaty feast. You can go for barbecue chicken. You can spicy prawn. You can put so many other things on a pizza. You don't need pineapple on there. Let it be on the side afterwards. That's all. You don't need it on there.
Why would
You
you?
put
Why would you put something on a pizza, right? That's gonna split out horrible pineapple juice all over it. Like it's just no, it's just minging. What is the point?
Mm.
Now that's the
Flavor
end.
Town.
That's the Flavor Town, USA. That's the end of that debate. I need to decide because, I mean, peek behind the curtain. I don't dislike or like pineapple on pizza. I'm not that bothered. If it's there, it's there. I won't pick it off. But
I actually genuinely do really enjoy it.
I won't ask for it. But if someone says, "Oh, here we go," I'd pick the ham off, obviously. But the pineapple, I'm easy. But again, I think I've got to go with the people on this. Even though I'm not against pineapple pizza, I think it was a stronger argument. Yeah, I'm happy with my choice. The people again.
I feel
So-
like this is rigged at this point.
It's not rigged, mate. It's not rigged. Trust me. There's ways to get back at this.
Do you know what else, before we move on, do you know what else I hate? Is when you find a random raisin in a curry. Has anyone else found
raisins
that?
in curry can fuck 'em right off.
Why would they do that?
Yeah, I know. Even I think that's fucked up. It scares you. It's like, is that a fly? Or is it a raisin?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then you bite into it, and it's even worse than a fly.
Yeah.
It's
I
just
mean,
so hard because I actually really like ham and pineapple. And then when you think about it, put a pineapple on
make
gammon.
Yeah.
You do. You really do. You really do. Yeah, it's just. I think it was just a stronger debate there. I deliberately picked that because I don't really care, and I know it's one of those ongoing debates that people will kill for. But yeah, the people got that, so it's 2-0. There's still plenty of time, Gadget. Don't you worry about it. Right,
Let's go, people.
Debate number 3. I hope you're ready for this. The people will start this one.
Biggie will start this one.
Come on,
Yeah.
Biggie.
And then you understand my reasoning, and I'm glad that Stig and Candy went first and second.
Okay.
The people will state Killzone is perhaps the worst first-person shooter series in console history.
Oh, he's done you, Biggie.
Mate, it went down to whoever went first. If Biggie went first, I couldn't have done it. So this is just what happens. So if you're ready, Biggie, the timer starts now.
Have you ever played Killzone? It's shit. It's the worst game in the entire world. I can't believe that anyone would ever want to play something so pathetic that cannot even bear comparison to any other first-person shooter. They said it was the Halo beta. Not a chance. It's got
Are we
these.
clipping this, by the way?
It's got the enemy with the little orange glowy eyes. Ooh, scary. Not really. And it's had Killzone 1, which was janky as fuck. Killzone 2, horrible story. It was okay for multiplayer. Killzone 3, snow. But that was it. Killzone 4, what was that all about? Everyone waited years for that, and it was just so boring. Nothing happened.
Took years to kick in.
Trotting along, you shot a few things. Oh, you got a little owl, tweet, flying above your shoulder. It was rubbish. Pathetic. And I thank God Sony have now pulled it from their servers. They're shutting that shit down. That's all the proof that you need, that you never ever need to play Killzone. There's Halo, there's Half-Life, there's Doom, there's plenty of other first-person shooters you can play. You don't need Killzone in your life. In fact, take the zone out of the way, just kill it.
Oh, strong closing statement there. Lovely, mate. Gadget, your rebuttal. Is Killzone the best first-person shooter ever made?
Yes.
Go.
Do I have to rebuttal? Can I just let him have that one? Because
Nope.
I just kind of feel like he said that. Okay, well, fair enough. Well, Killzone is the greatest first-person shooter ever created. People like to say that Halo is the definitive console shooter, but Halo came out in kind of 2001, and yeah, it was fine. Big kind of green army guy going around killing things. Meh. The Killzone came out in 2004, and it's put the PlayStation 2 on the map. It was the system seller for a 5-year-old console, exactly what you wanted. It showed a future Earth where kind of the Helghast were taking over, these kind of space Nazis with all the Nazi regalia that comes with them, and you got to shoot them. Everything was kind of this really functional urban brutalist architecture that you had to push through. You had these enormous fucking guns. You used to be able to just destroy everything, and that was good. But then Killzone 2 was a launch game for the PS3, and my god, that game hit hard. Multiplayer was absolutely fantastic. The Halo beta. Like, Halo and Call of Duty could not come close to this. It was superb. One of the greatest multiplayer shooters ever done. And the story was legendary. It was so cinematic, you could have made a film out of it. But then they took Killzone 3, and they took away all the nighttime and the greyness and the kind of the glowing red eyes, and they put it in a snow-capped environment. And you know what? Yay, snow. Fucking brilliant. Absolutely wonderful turn. really pushed the PS3 to what it could do. You could use PlayStation Move to fight on it. You could play it in 3D if you had a Sony 3D telly. I mean, what more could you want? 3D Killzone. It's Killzone, but on a third dimension. How much more could you want? But when the PlayStation 4 came out, we got the peak of the series. We got Killzone Shadowfall, one of the most beautiful games ever released, and nothing's come close to looking as good as Killzone Shadowfall did since then. And that's not even talking about how wonderful that Killzone Liberation was. Single-handedly made the PS Vita a success. One of the Sorry, not liberation. Mercenary. The greatest handheld shooter ever released. Made the PS Vita an absolute bona fide success. Sold it by the truckload. And you know what? The one disc that you cannot get if you're a collector anymore is the Killzone Trilogy, which was the remastered editions for the PS3 under the PlayStation Collections line. Sold out. Everyone bought one. Practically came with the console. You know, everyone talks about the Wii, everyone having a copy of Wii Sports. Nah, anyone with a PS3 had the Killzone collection because it was that good. That's my time.
Fucking hell, mate.
Can we clip all of that?
For the listeners, as he said, yes, no, I was drinking some Pepsi and it nearly fucking killed me. You are so good at bullshitting. Every ounce of that was a lie. And I know every ounce of Biggie's was a lie, but I didn't believe him. Gadget, I believe you love that game. And I don't think we've got any rebuttals, because I think you've won.
No, I need to take a shower after that Killzone Shadow of War bit.
I'm
though.
sorry,
That was
I'm sorry,
fucking
the
wrong.
people.
I
You
was
can't
so
beat
wrong.
that. You can't beat that. Gadget's got a point for fucking nearly killed me.
Killzone is greatest shooter.
Oh, God almighty, I nearly... Imagine that dying on podcast. You'd have to, like, message my wife and everything.
I'm
Died.
fucking crying here.
I fucking went then. I've never gone that hard. Like, I can't breathe. Fucking done me. It is 2-1. It's 2-1. Gadget clawed back a winning goal. At fucking top of the bag, that were a fucking right blinder. Whew, let me just...
Hey, give us something I could bullshit about.
The knowledge just came thick and fast.
No, that was the Wikipedia article of the Killzone series on the right-hand side.
Oh, he's cheating! He's just admitted to
You're
cheating.
not cheating.
You're allowed to use Wikipedia.
That's never been a rule.
This was established last time.
Stiggy, you're on our
Yep.
side, Stig.
He understands that he
Yeah,
won.
but
You can't beat that.
I've got Google here ready to go when I need it.
I object, Stig.
Right.
Contempt of court.
Overruled.
Contempt of court.
No. Court is still in session. Don't worry. We're not doing anything, any contempt or anything like that. This is the civil court. This, not Crown Court. Sorry. I didn't mean to...
What happened to that civility?
Now you're in contempt of court.
Right. Debate number 4. The last of the debates that I've pre-programmed. So, Gadget, you're running this, even though you went last on that one, but we're going to hear your voice first. So, Gadget, the North is better than the South. And obviously, the people will be saying the South is better than the North. Luckily, Stig's got 2 Southerners on his side. But, Gadget, you start. The North is better than the South. And I'm going to be very subjective about this. Because I'm
Fucking
Northern.
Are you going to be subjective?
I love the South.
Okay, so the North is most definitely better than the South. You know why? Because the North has Yorkshire in it.
Start strong!
The rolling hills, the dales, the moors. Yorkshire is the most beautiful place in the country. Coming second behind it is Northumberland, one of the most gorgeous wild expanses in the country. You've got cities of culture. You've got York. You've got Leeds. You've got Newcastle. You've got Hull for some reason.
Yeah.
Everywhere up in the north. I mean, we're not even really talking about Lancaster because I know I've got 2 Yorkshiremen on here and I don't want to
That's
piss
not
them
the
off. But no, that was technically the south from here. But still, the north is a beautiful place. Go over to Cumbria. Go over to Carlisle. Go to Blackpool if you want to. I don't know why you'd want to, but go to. But Yorkshire especially, beautiful place. You can even driving down the motorway through Yorkshire is beautiful. Because, you get to stop at lovely places. You can go to Richmond. You can go to Harrogate. You can go to Wetherby Services. All icons of the country that you need to see. You can pop into Northallerton to see Stig and he can throw ice cream at you because that's what he does. Because that's what we do in the north. We treat people proper. You can go visit the place where they make Yorkshire tea and see Sean Bean screaming at people. Because that happens in the north. You don't get that in the south. In the south, you get toughs, you get Tories, you get people who think everything in the north is all about the mines. No. Boris Johnson lives in the south. Just remember that one. Boris Johnson lives in the south. How can you say the south is a good place when that peacocking cunt lives down there? There's no Boris Johnson in the north. There's no Jacob Rees-Mogg in the north. In fact, I know if Candy does it, she's from Somerset, where Jacob Rees-Mogg is the MP.
Sorry about that.
And Biggie lives so far south, he's in northern France.
He is.
So he doesn't love the south.
No.
And Stig's a Yorkshireman. He couldn't betray the Yorkshire. He couldn't betray God's own country, as they call it. So yes, come to the north. The north is better. It's also cheaper than living down south.
It's way
and the
cheaper.
people are friendlier. And you're not going to die of the smog in London. And you're not going to die of the smug in London. No.
Oh, I like that.
Come up here. The north is so much better. Even the BBC moved out of London and moved north.
They did.
So yes,
Excellent.
the north is the best.
Excellent. With time to spare. Right, so I'm assuming Stig's not going to take this one. It's against his...
Is Biggie frozen? Oh, no, he's still there.
I'm still here.
He's in shock. He's in shock.
He's
So,
in a rage.
Candy or Biggie, your time
Go on, Candy.
Start.
I'll back you up.
now. You can go together. You can go together.
You go Biggie first, and then I've got something to add, because I'm from the West.
I've got something to add. Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
Right,
Because-
I'll start
go,
with my
go, go,
area.
go.
I'll start with my area. So, the West Country. Who likes a bit of cider here? Everyone likes cider. You can't not like cider. We've got cider, we've got the Wurzels, we've got Massive Attack, we've got Banksy, we've got Thorpe Park, not in the West, in the
Ooh.
South. We've got London, an absolutely thriving hub of
Scum and villainy.
villainy, of
Where Boris Johnson lives.
Entertainment and arts and the
Ooh.
West End and the and film premieres. They don't go to the north for any of that shit, do they? Everyone goes to London to see it because that's where the best performing arts are, in London. Pinewood Studios, that's not in the north, is it? That's down in the south because that's what that's where Hollywood wants to go. They want to move out of Hollywood and go to Pinewood, which is in the south, because everyone wants to go and make their films in the south of England because it's the best place. And if you want to get political, Gadget, Rishi Sunak is my MP. He's up in the north, in the Richmond Northallerton area. So let's not talk about MPs and areas, shall
true.
we not?
That's true. That's very true.
Because that slimy, scummy bastard who could be our next prime minister, he lives literally 3 miles away from my house in his big, massive mansion. So he's a twat as well. So let's not go there. The north is dreary, depressing. It's always raining. It's always cold. It's bullshit. I have to go to London to have a good time.
Speaking of Hollywood, Hollywood A-listers spend their holiday times in the Cotswolds. Tom Cruise just recently spent his 60th birthday. Cotswolds had an absolutely banging party. He came to Fairford to watch the Air Tattoo, which is better than the Edinburgh one, which is in Scotland, so I don't know why I said that, but we've got one here and it's in the south. And Biggie, over to you.
What more do you need? You've got the South Coast. You've got all the beautiful cities that run all the way along the South Coast. You've got Cornwall, clotted cream, Cornish pasties,
Yes.
the cliffs of Dover. It's just a beautiful... But France is just there. You can just walk across the water, you're there. You've got the Isle of Wight. You've got the
All right,
capital.
Jesus.
The capital of England. It's the UK. It's in London, isn't it? It's not the north, is it? It's the capital. It's in London. It's London, baby. But just the south is much nicer. We don't need subtitles when people come down this way. We all know what we're talking about. You've got the beautiful country, beautiful weather. You've got the sea. What more do you need? Cities. Who wants all that fog and pollution shite up north? That's it. Just the south coast. It's beautiful.
Are we calling it there?
And may I add,
Okay.
and Biggie had mentioned about clotted cream and like Kelly's of Cornwall ice cream. That's all made in the UK. Yorkshire tea, that's not grown in the UK, is it? They just
No.
imported that and stuck a Yorkshire name on it. It's fucking bullshit. But at least with the South, when you've got your clotted cream and your Kelly's of Cornwall and all that kind of stuff, it's all made locally in the area, in the South, the strong
The
South.
countryside. It's down south. What are you talking about? The downs, the beautiful downs, the hills are all down south. Nothing up front. It's all just big buildings and factories.
Time.
Hope you feel good about yourself, Stig.
Do we have you've
Cheers, that
got
was
1
Stig.
minute to rebuttal, Gadget. You've got 1 minute to rebuttal because that were very strong.
I'm really impressed at how much they all focused on food from different places around the south.
Stig's fucking crying.
I mean, Stig's a broken man. You have pushed him absolutely to the edge on this one. And yes, I do concede that Rishi Sunak is his MP. I'd forgotten about that because I really struggle to believe that a man like that comes from the north, because he fucking doesn't. But it doesn't take away the fact the north is the friendliest part in the world. There are more call centres up here because a Geordie accent is the friendliest accent in the country.
Fact. It's a fact.
And it is a fact. It's a scientific fact. It's also the fact that it is cheaper. We like a party. Oodles, you know what it's like to have a drink in Newcastle.
Sensational.
It's absolutely sensational. Whereas if you went down to London for a pint, you'd be spending a tenner for a poorly poured pint of.
Stig knows. He's seen me in action in London.
Exactly.
Literally left the pub early.
Where did Jimmy
Where would you
Savile come
rather be
from?
drinking Oodles?
Where did Gary Glitter come from? It's all right saying that when Gary Glitter's down south.
Oh god, no! Let's not get into fucking horrible
nonsense.
nonsense and murderers.
Right,
where they came from.
I've made my decision.
Hang on a second, Biggie. Where did Fred and Rose West come from?
Where did the Yorkshire Ripper come from?
Yeah.
Where did Jack the Ripper come from?
Lancashire. He came from Lancashire, actually. So just putting that out there. Right, I remember decision. The North wins.
What?
So it's
And the North will remember.
It's 2-all. It's just what it is with me, right? I have been down south, and I have been.
That was so fixed, though. You could have not like. There's no way you would have said the North losers. I think we put. You made me say those things, and I still lost.
I think we should stop letting Oodles control the Patreon.
Why do you think I do this?
2 months
The
in a
man's
row.
renegade.
2 months in a row where
Man's
you
a renegade.
made me do
Perspective,
horrible
Candy's
things.
You know, I don't care about the actual score or the winning. I just care about people saying things that make them feel like shit.
You're so fucking dead next month.
Next month's episode is recorded in person as well. Don't forget.
Oh boy.
Yep.
I won't be able to pretend kids are like making me run off either. Well, I'll have to sit there and just take some hammer. I'm scared.
You remember that scene in the Blues Brothers where they're on stage and they have to stand behind a cage because everyone starts throwing bottles at them? You're gonna have to find a cage. Yep.
Oh God, I'm worried. Yeah, so it's 2-all, and now it's time where I've obviously let me find this. It's dark in here. I ain't turn my light on. Hang on, I literally can't see.
I feel so ashamed.
There we go.
Now you know how I feel about Killzone.
Yeah,
No, it's not. It's not the same.
Oh, it is. It is to me.
It's not the same.
He spoke against Yorkshire.
Stig literally said the words. If I want to have a good time, I go down south, which is against everything he
London.
believes. It's against everything.
Talks against Yorkshire tea.
Oh, man.
God.
Hang on. If I
Yeah.
want to have fun, I go down south. That sounds super kinky.
It does, doesn't it? It sounds super sexy. So the people.
Oh, we should have led with that. We should have led with that instead.
The people will represent tails on my coin because there's 3 lions on that, and head will be Gadget. This next debate.
I thought you meant Tails and Sonic and Tails for a second.
No, what special Sonic the Hedgehog coin I've got? No.
The people will prove that Miles Tails Prower is a good character.
Sonic the Hedgehog is better than Mario. Oh,
I did Sonic.
Yeah, you
No,
did, didn't you?
yeah.
We've done that. Yeah, you won that.
Yeah.
You won
Yeah.
that. Right, the next one, strong one. Very similar to what we did in the last debate, but not quite. The debate is Xbox is better than PlayStation. So Xbox versus PlayStation. So heads, Biggie. No, sorry. How am I going to do this? Xbox will be first. So heads will be you, Gadget. If it's heads, you're doing Xbox. Are you ready?
Yeah, go for it.
We've got tails for Xbox. So the people will be doing Xbox and Gadget will be doing PlayStation. So the people will go first. Xbox is better than PlayStation, right? Go together. You can all go together. I'll go together if you want.
Game Pass already beats anything that PlayStation does for a small subscription a month. And if you're savvy with it like myself, you can get those codes from Argentina. It's not illegal. You can get those codes and you can get 3 years worth of Xbox Game Pass for a year's price. And you have all these games to your heart content. It's got you get day one releases, you get third party games, You can play them on your PC. You can play them on your tablets and on your phones, on the Steam Deck through the Xbox Game Cloud. You can also, and when it comes to their consoles as well, Xbox care about their customers. They released 2 different versions of their console this time round because they know that not everyone can shell out 550 quid for a top of the range version. So they gave you the Series S and the Series X. So you could 250 quid, or if you want to go for the big boy, 450 quid. But they gave you that option. Their controllers are better. Their ecosystem is better. They've bought the likes of Bethesda, and that's you're going to get all of that at Xbox Day One. What have Sony done? Sony literally tried to release their version of Xbox. It's a bag of shit. They screw over customers. They are going to higher their prices. Their console looks like a fucking router. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. It's awful. And they have no games. PlayStation has no games. What their biggest game this year, Horizon Forbidden West, got absolutely panned because they've got nothing. They're shit. Absolute shit. Xbox is clearly the best console, the best company, the best value for your money, and you get more games out of the Xbox for your money than you do on PlayStation.
Not to
Any
mention
more
they
for the
brought out a
people?
fridge that looks exactly like an Xbox. So you don't get a PlayStation-shaped fridge.
You
That's
couldn't.
cool.
You get a PlayStation shaped fucking folder
Router.
binder because that's
Yep.
what they look like.
And I'll just add to Bethesda. Like, we got ZeniMax Online Studios, id Software, Arcane, Machine Games, Tango Gameworks, Alpha Dog. What that's just from buying one publishing company.
You can legit
Yeah.
And you get all
emulate
that for a subscription.
on the Xbox as well now. There's an app that you can use so you can play emulated games.
You know how to get me, boy. You know how to get me.
Doesn't ruin.
Okay.
Xbox are creating an ecosystem, a friendly one, where you can play wherever, whenever, on whatever device you've got. PlayStation, like, no, we don't want you to do that. Go away. Yeah.
Would you say Xbox is gamers first?
Yes.
Definitely.
Cool. We'll end yours on that. You've still got a few minutes left, but it doesn't matter. I think that was very, very strong, pulling out all the stops for this judge here. But Gadget, is PlayStation better than Xbox? Start.
Okay. Just let me play a little sound clip here for you. The opening sound of the PlayStation.
Oh.
Just a little. You'll hear it on the end. A little bit of nice nostalgia that just rocks you to your bones. PlayStation is the history of modern gaming. PlayStation was the first console that made it cost effective to use discs and that kind of pushed forward 3D graphics in a way that the N64 fucking couldn't, and the PC was far too expensive to. And over the years, if it wasn't for the PlayStation, you wouldn't have the likes of Gran Turismo, you wouldn't have Metal Gear Solid, you wouldn't have Silent Hill, you wouldn't have Resident fucking Evil. And granted, Sony have made missteps over the years, but they've always course corrected. The PS3 was far too fucking expensive and useless when it came out, but by the end of that console generation, it had some of the greatest games ever made on there, including Killzone. consistent with me callbacks. But the PlayStation 5, yes, everyone knows it looks like a yacht, and you need a living room to put it in, or rather a PS5 to put your living room in. But with the advent of the new PlayStation Plus thing, you get all the retro games. You can play a lot of PSP games on it now. You can play a lot of PS3 games on it. They've actually increased the backwards compatibility side of things. With the PlayStation, with the exclusives, you've got the likes of the Demon Souls remake, which is incredible. We wouldn't have Souls games if it wasn't for PlayStation. You've got that the Final Fantasy VII remake, which is one of the most beautiful looking games I've ever played. The stuff for the kiddies, you've got Ratchet and Clank, that wouldn't exist without the PlayStation. Kena Bridge of Spirit, that wouldn't exist without PlayStation. Fucking Returnal, one of the greatest roguelikes ever created, that wouldn't exist without PlayStation. Everything that Sony does wrong, they do make up for with their exclusives and the things that are coming out. We've got God of War Ragnarok coming soon. We got Spider-Man 2, we've got Wolverine. Like, giving Insomniac games in space to come out. Absolute top tier stuff. And that's not even talking about the fact that PlayStation keep innovating with the PSVR. PSVR 2 comes out soon. And, you'll be able to, they've done a VR version of Horizon. Who would have thought that would have happened? You know, you go and play an Oculus Quest and play Beat Saber. No, they're putting full fucking games onto this thing. You're getting VR versions of Resident Evil 8, so you can all live out your big mummy milkers dom fantasy with Lady D. You know, the PlayStation is the place where games innovation happens. The Xbox, they just throw any shit at the wall and hope that it sticks. Plus the Xbox doesn't have any decent exclusives coming out. Everything keeps getting pushed back to the right. Guarantee. Starfield has been pushed back to next year. It'll be pushed back to 2024 because Todd Howard can't put a game out on time. I can see the look Candy's giving me. She knows it's true. Just look into your feelings so you can see the truth, Candy.
Y'all don't say that.
Todd Howard never arrives on time. Todd Howard arrives exactly when he means to.
Late. Cool. Any more on that?
Yeah, just simply enough. The PlayStation has over the years has given us the games we love. If it wasn't for PlayStation, Biggie wouldn't be able to talk about Killzone. Kurt wouldn't be able to talk about the Vita. Granted, those things were failures, but PlayStation made it happen.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. There's a legacy. Rebuttal.
There's a legacy because they came around first. If you want to get technical, the PlayStation only came around because of Nintendo. Like, how far do you want to go back?
Nintendo,
how far do you want to say? Like, yeah, Xbox came afterwards. If Xbox had come first, we would have had these games and stuff. Xbox still has excellent first-person party games. Halo is one of the most successful first-person shooters of all time. Forza Horizon, Gears of War, Fable, Elder Scrolls Oblivion, which pretty much probably started the new kind of love for Elder Scrolls.
Western RPGs.
Ori and the Blind Forest is a brilliant game. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. You know, you might not be into these games, but Sea of Thieves is a massive game. Dead Rising. Like, these are huge games that Xbox brought to the table. And yet, they're also now developing new and bigger exclusives because they've bought the studios, they're working with the studios, and we're going to get them. And you get them day one for no extra cost in your subscription. That's the important thing. You can play that game. You could play Starfield and you could go, actually, I don't really like that. Doesn't matter because I haven't spent £70 on it.
Yeah,
but
that's time. That's time. That's time.
We've
run out. I'm sorry, Gadget. We've run out of time. Now I am a fan of PlayStation. I own one. I've owned them all. I also owned an Xbox. Do I regret getting rid of it? Yeah, I do. I do actually. This is the hardest one so far for me because very strong arguments on either side. My favourite series launched on PlayStation.
JRPGs launch on PlayStation.
They do. But
you can still play them on Xbox.
They now come out on Xbox.
They all come out on Xbox and PC. They aren't PlayStation's exclusive anymore. PlayStation doesn't have the pull that they once had, where they could get these exclusives anymore. They're just a shadow of the former selves, ripping customers off.
You can play Football Manager.
I'm gonna go. Oh yeah.
There you go.
I'm gonna go with my
Oodles
gut.
can't. He's not allowed to.
I know. I can download it and just look at it. I'm going to go with my gut on this and what I feel was the stronger argument. And that's Xbox. Even though it's against... I don't have an Xbox, but I still think it was the stronger argument. The people won that round, Gadget. I'm sorry.
Rude.
It's a better package, isn't it?
Incidentally, it's one of the things that I just think right now they're killing it. It's easy to...
Yeah, to be fair, they are doing very well.
I do feel like I am missing out by not being there, if you get me. So
it's just like the amount of times I've like played a Game Pass game and gone, not into that. Doesn't matter.
Yep. Do you know what else as well? I know we're out of time, but being able to play things on the cloud before you actually like download them.
Nice, isn't it?
Yeah. I know. I think you can probably do that on PlayStation, but only since the last like month or so.
Yeah,
probably charge you a tenner to do it.
Yeah,
exactly. Cool. So debate number 6. We are actually going to have time to do the bonus debate at the end.
Well,
so debate number 6
wins this.
Yeah, that's true. This is true. It could be to the wire. Debate number 6 is coin toss again. The debate is
coin toss. What's a coin toss?
A coin toss. A coin toss. The debate is
loincloths.
A loincloth. To your Witcher.
Now, Star Trek is better than Star Wars. So, Tails got that. So you guys are on the side of Star Trek.
Fuck.
Gadget, you are doing Star Wars. This has stirred the pot massively. Right. So,
I've never ever seen Star Trek.
I feel like, yeah, go for it, people. Whoever wants to do it, I'm not fussed. I think Biggie's not said much, but go for it. So your time starts now.
I've always wanted to fuck Captain Kirk because he's the most beautiful man that was
Strong
ever
start.
appeared on TV. You wanted to be that with that man, and you appreciate
Strong
that
start.
Spock was his best mate, and I get all that, but you could probably just talk about something illogical to Spock, distract him, and then Kirk is all yours. That's it for me.
And whilst we're on the subject
I'm
of
not worried
Spock,
about this one.
Spock has got the absolute best haircut in TV ever seen. He's got the nose of a
original mod.
He got the nose of a handsome Roman, the frown of a proud Neanderthal, and he can just work his way out of any situation. He's cool, calm, collected. He can fly the spaceship without even thinking about, with the power of his mind. Scotty can fix anything. He can beam anyone out of anywhere. If anyone had to beam me, it would be Scotty. I wouldn't think twice about asking Scotty to beam me up. And he's played by Simon Pegg in the new ones. Khan, he's the strongest of the Khans. You don't get any Khans in Star Wars. They're the most powerful.
Fucking hell, can I switch teams?
No.
You can jump in,
No, you
Stig.
can't.
Do you want me to jump
Yeah, go
in? So,
You better add.
Star Trek is one of the most important TV shows of all history. The way that for a time when you couldn't show interracial couples on TV, it broke the boundaries and it showed things like that, and it wasn't afraid to do that. It touches on subjects, all kinds of subjects, and
That's Spock's telepathy.
yeah, apparently. And it's spanned so long. We've got the original series, we've got Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, and then stuff in the middle.
Yeah,
and now Strange New Worlds and Lower Decks, and all these different characters, brilliant stories spanning across different starships and universes, and it actually goes to different places. Star Wars is a galaxy in inverted commas that's 3 fucking planets. They don't go anywhere. Everyone's related to each other. Everyone knows each other. It's just convoluted and messy. And the Disney Star Wars is all bullshit. The prequels were bullshit. They've got one great film, couple of other good ones, and that's it. Do you know what I mean? It's terrible. Whereas Star Trek, look how many films they've got and how many great films there is as well. So, Wrath of Khan, fucking incredible film. First Contact is great. The 2009 reboot with Chris Pine, great film.
Masterpiece.
Into Darkness?
Into Darkness is fucking fantastic. It's got Khan, the strongest of all Khans.
Search for Spock?
The Search for Spock. Actually,
Nemesis.
the Search for Spock is decent. I reckon.
like Search
And
for
they
Spock.
found
In
Spock
fact,
as
you don't
well.
even need lightsabers to attack anybody because Spock could just go "Ka-jaw" with his fingers and take people out, and then
Yeah, exactly. Fucking
And his mind powers.
lightsabers and robots.
Time. Strong, especially with the Spock telepathy. I'm big into that. Big
thank
into
you.
that.
The Spock haircut chat was that was a big
strong
move there,
law
Candy.
ramifications there with Spock's telepathy. Changes everything. Gadget, you know what to do. Time starts now.
Star Wars is incredible. Star Wars changed the scope of science fiction. Star Trek had come along earlier, and they were around the little namby-pamby ship talking to aliens, fine. Star Wars came along, they started shooting at each other, and that's where things just changed. You got one of the most iconic ships ever created in the Millennium Falcon, one of the most iconic fighters ever created in the X-Wing, one of the most iconic things to blow up in the Death Star. You've got Darth Vader, the big scary samurai man with a breathing mask on. My God, that man is imposing, but also infinitely and indescribably recognizable across time, space, and everything. You have this constant battle between good and evil. You have the light side and the dark side. You have people trying to understand more about themselves. It's an incredibly human tale in a star-spanning thing with aliens full of it. You've got R2-D2, the most foul-mouthed robot ever created. They have to bleep every single fucking word he says. It's incredible. Couldn't get him past the censors. You've got C-3PO, the campest gold motherfucker to ever exist. He's a fop and a dandy, and he's very funny. You've got Chewbacca, a walking carpet that could tear the arms off people, so you must let the Wookiee win. Life lessons that we all should take.
Wookiee.
You've got Han Solo, the greatest vagabond to ever exist in space. Who shot first? We always say he shot first.
Yes.
You've got Jar Jar Binks, the greatest character ever written in any way, shape, or form in any medium. Because the man knew who he was. Oh, I know I fucked up there. I'm taking the piss here.
Bad move. Carry on.
Now, aside from anything and aside from any snarkiness, the Star Wars trilogy, the original trilogy, Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi are some of the greatest science fiction films ever made. The prequels, apart from the middle one, weren't bad. Revenge of the Sith has some pretty good shit in it. The sequels, the last one was terrible. The first two were fine. You've got huge TV series. You've got the Clone Wars. You've got the Mandalorian. We don't talk about the Book of Boba Fett. You've got Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Ooh.
You've got all this kind of wider lore, all this world. You've got Ewan McGregor becoming the greatest meme to ever exist. Hello there.
Hello there.
Hello, Treble. You have these epic pitch battles. You have Samuel L. Jackson in a film where he doesn't say motherfucker. That's impressive.
That is impressive.
That's impressive because that's normally written into his contract. We've got a film to look forward to because Taika Waititi's doing a Star Wars film, and I'm so excited to see what he does. But we've got a Rogue Squadron film coming out.
True.
Star Wars changed the game because it took sci-fi away from this kind of very gentle place to a place where it is a war, where it is a battle, where things aren't clean, where the world is dirty, the world is used, the world is lived in. You have, and the one thing that I think the prequels actually did well was expanding that universe, like seeing those shots of Coruscant the first time they go and see it, like these huge planet-sized cities. There is infinite scope for what it is, and yes, I know they hang around Tatooine a lot, but it's the Skywalker saga is the Skywalker saga. That's where they fucking come from, go to, and come back to. It is what it is. It's a groundbreaking series of films because it shows you so much humanity in such a small space. You see the best of humanity, you see the worst of humanity, and you have these wonderful magical fables. You have this concept that anyone can be anyone. Anyone can be the most powerful being in the universe. No one is restricted from what they want to be able to do.
Cool.
Beautifully
put. We've got some rebuttals.
Yeah, can I just touch on that last point?
Yep.
Don't.
That's bullshit.
Don't.
Because everyone has to be a Skywalker or a Palpatine to have those powers.
Just
They can't even
go for extended universe stuff.
They can't even like stick to their own fucking law. Star Trek, it speaks across cultures, emphasizing tolerance, equality, freedom, and fraternity. It's a liberal version of the future, which believes in the possibility of humans and aliens coming together and being one, and just touches on so much. It's so much better storytelling than Star Wars, which is, oh, I'm a baddie, oh, I'm a goodie, hit each other with swords. Do you know what I mean?
You know. To be fair, Stig, there are times when I fully agree with you, and I really admire your ability to talk up Star Trek Discovery.
Star Trek Discovery is
like, I know how much you love Michael Burnham.
Fucking incredible. It's like if you want Game of Thrones level productions in your Star Trek, that's what Star Trek Discovery brings you.
Discovery's my favourite.
Oh, it's
I
incredible.
want to boldly go
Is it?
where Captain Kirk has not gone before.
And the music in Star Trek is fucking great.
Time.
Been a long time.
I am very torn between this. And it's going to come down to one thing on this one because I can't decide. It's going to come down to no one can help Candy on this little question I'm going to ask her. No one can help her. Candy, tell me 3 Star Trek films by name.
Star Trek 1, Star Trek 2, and Star Trek 3.
That doesn't count. No, I want an honest answer.
Nemesis, Wrath of Khan,
Yeah.
and the telepathy of Spock.
No.
Star
I'm
Trek is
sorry.
one. Fucking Star Trek.
You could
I
have
said Star Trek 1.
Gadget,
No,
you've got
just
it. You've got it.
Star Trek. Star Trek is the name of a film.
Gadget, you've
Or
won it.
Star Trek: The Motion Picture.
It's,
Gadget,
no,
yours was very
Star-
emotional. They were both
The,
very good.
the 2009 film is just called Star
Just
Trek.
called Star Trek.
Should have
Just called-
texted me.
Search for Spock.
No, it's done.
the-
It's done. So, Gadget, you won
Wait,
and
he
drew
said-
on
He
a
mentioned the
technicality.
search for Spock.
I didn't know. I wasn't listening.
That one was hard because much as I like Star Wars, I much prefer Star
Star
Trek.
I think
is
we
so
all
much
like Star
better.
Trek better.
And Star Wars is really hard to argue for because for every
They
good
can
thing they
just
do in
destroy
Star
it with
Wars,
something else.
everything around it is
Yeah.
so shit.
Yeah.
That's why I just bring up the fan base.
You
There was
did
part
win
of me
that.
that wanted to be really snarky and say,
forgot
"Oh, the
about
fans are the
that.
best."
you won it on a technicality, Gadget, but a
That's
win's
fine.
a win's a win. It's now 3-3, so we have to do the bonus. And it's great for content. You could have closed this podcast early there, Candy. But your ineptitude got the better of you.
Sorry,
You
everyone.
actually-
Yeah, Candy.
You do host a nerd podcast and you didn't answer the simplest of questions. Every
One
patron's screaming.
subject I'm slightly rocky on, and I get picked on for it.
Telepathy.
We
Ask
know
me
it's all
something
for the
about
director's
Fallout.
commentary tier, don't we? Get Candy to watch Star Trek.
No, please
Yes.
don't.
And she'd be like, when's Spock doing his telepathy?
I even mentioned 3 films.
I even mentioned
Stig.
2 of them.
It could have happened. You could have had your first win against Gadget. Right. So we're going to have to do the bonus question. Another film-related one, and it's heads or tails again. So it could go any way. The Matrix quadrilogy was necessary. Heads, Gadget.
I have to argue that it's necessary.
Yeah.
Thank fuck.
Your time.
Okay. Hang on. Give me a second because I need to get some more water. Just give me 2
Okay.
seconds.
Okay.
He needs to wet his whistle because he's going to go off on one.
I'm making this even scarier, listeners, as well. This is going to be a 2-minute debate on each side because I'm time conscious.
Oh, don't be time conscious. Do what we want.
Okay.
Our,
I
our
won't be.
podcast.
I won't be. It's our podcast. We're the bosses.
Yeah.
Look at him. He needs water to do this.
Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah.
So,
There again.
recess is over for court, and we are back for the final debate. The Matrix quadrilogy was necessary. Gadget is arguing for that statement. Your time starts now.
The Matrix films were the films that we needed and we didn't realize it. The Matrix itself is what everyone thought it was a groundbreaking science fiction cyberpunk masterpiece. Turns out years later, no. It's read correctly by the director and the writer as a trans story. As someone discovering who they are, coming out and being good with it, and learning who they are and how to be powerful within that position. The sequels expanded on that. They made it you build into a wider life. You build yourself and you deal with the oppression that comes in from the outside. It's about coming stronger. It's about becoming who you are truly meant to be. The fourth film, I'll admit I haven't seen, but from what I know about it, it's about reconciling that. It's you lose yourself in your person, then you have to rediscover who you are overall.
Yeah.
These films were all entirely necessary because society needed them. The first film came out in 1999 at a time when the world didn't really know who it was. When people didn't know who they were, when science fiction had gotten kind of lazy. That story comes out and it pushes into sharp relief. Are we actually in the Matrix? Is the world real? It becomes a thought experiment. Do we know what is real and what is not?
True.
It increased the sales of leather trench coats immensely. Goths had a new uniform to wear walking through the shopping centres of the country.
Strong argument.
New rocks became a
Oh,
thing
there we
again.
go.
They weren't just restricted to goths in the 80s. But aside from that, they all built up this kind of new kind of modern wave of cyberpunk that came out through the early 2000s and beyond. We got more stories about what it means to be human, about what it means to be the person you are, about being introspective. Science fiction stopped being about big ships in space or kind of bombast or wars or whatever, and it became about the human story. Would we have gotten masterpieces like Citizen Sleeper were it not for the Matrix trailblazing 23 years ago? And that's the thing that we have to latch onto. Not only were these films necessary, they were paradigm shifting. Science fiction became a much different thing then. the idea that films didn't have the concept of gun fu before then. You know, we had kung fu films, we had shooting films, but no, these films married the two together. It put Keanu Reeves firmly on the map. Before that, what had he done? Speed? Who cares about Speed? But it put him on the map. It put Carrie-Anne Moss on the map. It gave Lawrence Fishburne an even bigger push into his career. Hell, it brought Hugo Weaving out from being in Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, to being in Hollywood.
Yes, it did.
If we didn't have The Matrix, we wouldn't have fucking Elrond, would we?
Oh, strong argument.
But at their core, they are stories about humanity. They are stories about someone discovering who they are supposed to be, finding out what they are, and you get that wonderful moment at the end of the first film where Agent Smith calls him Mr. Anderson one more time. It's, my name is Neo, and that's, yes, he has the acceptance. Neo has discovered who he is, and then that builds in the second and the third film. You have his insecurity about who he is. Has he made the right decision? Is he the person he is supposed to be? And it builds and it builds till you get that climactic finale, that huge, epic anime fight with 1,000 Agent Smiths in the sky. And it comes out, and Neo triumphs over anything else, and he becomes the savior of the human race.
Spoiler alert.
Because Neo is the one.
Lovely. Absolutely sensational stuff for something you clearly don't believe.
I shall not confirm or deny that until the other team has had their say.
Excellent. The people. Now, this is your last effort to finally dethrone the great debater, the master debater.
And Stig did say he was out of this one. There's left a candy and Biggie.
I just want to.
It can jump in. It can jump
one thing,
But
I'll let you guys hear, but one thing is, just remember.
Not yet. Not until I start time. Time starts now.
Just remember the people. We talk about the quadrilogy here. So let's accept Gadget is completely right about the first Matrix. Now let's go to town on the 3 shit films.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm just going to counter your point about we wouldn't have Hugo Weaving. We would have Hugo Weaving, because we're talking about the whole franchise. He would still have been in the first one. I'd argue that it would almost, like, the sequels, not only they didn't contribute to the first one, but they also kind of ruin it. Like, the first one was perfectly encapsulated into one stunning work of art. And then the second one came along, and we had the virus twins that went nowhere. They looked really cool, yeah. But what did they do? Nothing. We had the architect that spoke for about 15 minutes about absolute bullshit, much like I am now. So many contradictions. And why? How in God's name did, in the final scene of the third film, did Neo have Matrix powers in real life? Like, he held his hand up and stopped these machines. It completely, like, negates everything that the first film was all about.
And then died, but all of a sudden they just brought him back for a sequel because we can.
The fourth one is just awful. Even Hugo Weaving didn't return for that. He knew it was that bad. It was just awful. Even Lawrence Fishburne didn't appear as Morpheus. They got somebody that looked a bit like him. It was awful. There was no charisma. The script was awful. Neo, played by Keanu Reeves once again, actually sounded like a computer character for the first time because he had absolutely no charisma on screen whatsoever. He's just a bit, well, not for the first time, but again, he was just like, whoa, yeah, oh, I don't know, oh, it's just pathetic. Just wasn't necessary. You only needed the first one. 1, 2, 3, and 4, just unnecessary. Stick with 1. You don't need 2, 3, and 4.
The first one, as Candy said, it is perfectly in its own bubble. It is a perfect film. As Gadget said, it's about finding who you are, and he finds who he is. He becomes Neo, and he flies off, and it's perfect. And then the rest of it is just absolute fucking wannabe philosophical bullshit, just spewed out of a man in his fucking shitty little TV room, thinking he's someone that he like bigger than he is. And the ergo this and vis-a-vis. Fuck off. Stop trying to sound clever. And then let's not forget Gadget's favourite character, Merovingian. Loves that guy, don't you, Gadget?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Top character.
Yeah. And one of his arguments was about
makes an orgasm cake.
About big bombastic and it was clever sci-fi. The next Matrix films all was about, it was just bombast and set pieces trying to, it's
Six way, like Alice down the hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
And they killed off, from the film, they had a real good set of characters, like the main team. They killed half of them off. In the following films, they brought back new people to play the exact same roles. They even the actors even looked the same. They gave them slightly different names. They obviously hadn't planned to make any sequels whatsoever, and you can tell in the writing. Because there was just no plan. There was no plan to it. They stretched what maybe, like, if you took the highlights, you could make a semi-decent 1 sequel. You can't stretch it out to 2 and then 3.
And let's not forget the shitty Zion fight. You just want to be in the Matrix. You don't want to see the Zion stuff. The 4th one, all the Zion stuff is boring as fuck. And Gadget might try and wrap his argument up in it's some kind of, it's about find yourself, it's human this, it's a human story, and try and make it sound clever. But at the end of the day, sometimes just call a spade and a shit a shit. They're fucking shit.
Lovely. We'll call it time on that one. Gadget, you've got a couple of minutes to do a rebuttal on that. Is a turd a turd?
I wouldn't say so, not necessarily. It's important, I think, especially in the second 2 films, to see the Zion areas, because at the end of the day, they're scaling up the story from what was in the original. You have to see the human consequence to everything. You have to see what life is like outside of the Matrix. You have to see what they're faced with. And, the idea that Neo transcends the Matrix, which gives him some of the powers outside. Granted, he can see the machines because he is effectively the Matrix himself. He looks beyond the code. So he can see the machines out in the real world after he gets his eyes blistered off, and he can do I don't know what he actually does to them. He blues them up, and it works. Because he is the one. He is the one that has been prophesized. He is the Jesus figure. He is God incarnate within this Matrix. And I think the films, I will say, aren't the best quality, but that's too reductive an argument because they are necessary. They are necessary to push science fiction in another direction. If you'd asked me, is Jupiter Ascending necessary? Fuck no. It's absolutely not. If you'd asked me if anything the Wachowski sisters have done outside of the Matrix quadrilogy is necessary, no. Absolutely not, because they're not very good at it. But the Matrix, they've fucking nailed it. They've got a formula, and they know how to keep pushing the envelope and how to keep making important points and asking the right questions of the audience.
Time. Excellent. Now,
Do we not get to rebuttal that rebuttal?
you've got 10 seconds.
What is necessary about a reboot which tries to think it's clever by saying, "Oh, look, it's a reboot," and that's literally what the film does in the 4th one? What is necessary about that? Fuck all, other than it's money-grabbing, greedy Hollywood bastards.
Time. Beautiful. Now, I'm putting I'm putting prejudices aside here because my actual thoughts on it, and it could have been anyone's debate. This one could have been anyone's because it was a coin toss, not a coin toss. Again, I'm torn, and I'm going to go down to a question here, and depending on how Gadget answers it, depends on the outcome of this. What are your honest thoughts on the 4th Matrix film, Gadget?
I haven't seen it. I don't have any thoughts on it.
Excellent. The people have won.
How does that work? I haven't seen it, so how can I have honest thoughts on it?
That's just it. That's it. That's just the answer.
Can't argue that a quadrilogy is necessary if you've not seen it.
Exactly. You didn't find it necessary to go and watch it. Brilliant.
Basically, that's a Oodles cop-out because you couldn't decide on a winner.
I couldn't because about proper solid argument. Now, as we all know, the people have scored 4. Gadget has scored 3. Do not feel bad about this, Gadget. This was against 3 people, and my stupid debate
Your
topics.
stupid scoring system.
And my stupid scoring system that I make up on the fly for content. Content is always king. But
absolutely,
the people have triumphed. This is not the last debate forever, so you can't call yourselves the ultimate victories. You may have won the battle, but you have not won the war against Gadget.
I think next time we do one of these, someone else should invigilate and Oodles should be in the debate.
So just get no points ever.
Do it next time.
You should do it because I think that
me and Candy versus everybody.
Oh, fuck.
no, I think Gadget should be the one that comes up with the ideas. Yeah,
that's a good idea. I do like these debate episodes. I think they're fun and they get as juices going because I still, again, even though you didn't come out the victory on this one, Gadget, you're fucking power to just bring out detritus from your mouth.
I will say that fucking Matrix one hurt. That was
I could
hard,
tell.
that
I could
one.
see you were squinting. You don't often squint that much. You were
when-
squinting.
when Stig brought up the Merovingian, I could feel my eye twitching.
Do you know what it is when you've got a debate there, Gadget, and you've won it? Your eyebrows go up because you're like, I've got this. Your eyebrows were down the whole time. The whole time.
That was a really difficult one because, like I said, I love the original Matrix film, but the fucking sequels are awful.
Absolutely
Genuinely.
true.
And that tiebreak question you gave me, that was fucking cruel. That one, because I haven't seen it, but two, how the fuck could I talk that shit?
I didn't look. You could have been against it. So it's just how the coin went, how the coin landed, the 2p coin. So I'll hand it back over to Stig. Thank you for the court is now over. The people have won.
Because the people are the best. Yeah.
It took 3 years to take me down. Well done.
Don't want, didn't
I
we?
feel good about that
Yeah.
one.
Well, it was really Stig with me and Biggie chiming in every now and again, but
I think Stig's debates are getting fantastically better though. He's improving.
He's getting better. I mean, the fact is, he manages to hold his own when he's got the likes of the telepathy of Spock with him.
and Biggie's absolute silence when it came to the Xbox.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts, Biggie? He went,
Emulation. That's what I said.
Emulation.
I don't
Nothing
play
to
an
do with what it
Xbox. I
offers.
don't play one. So
I mean,
what can I say?
I mean, Biggie actually lives on the south coast, and all he could bring up was fucking clotted cream.
yeah, but that counts for a
Excellent.
lot,
Those are
though.
one of the most beautiful
I said that at
stretches
the
of the
beginning.
coastline
I said
of
it's
the
right there, the
country.
coast.
That you can look at whilst eating your scone with clotted cream.
It's scone.
Yeah.
It's pronounced
Scone.
scone.
It's a scone. That's how we say it in the
Scone.
south.
It's gone.
Debate topic next time. Is it scone or scone?
Gone. Yeah, sorry. I didn't want to take over, but then
No, don't be sorry. We needed you.
I wanted you two to do the Star Trek one, but then you started talking, both of you, and I was like,
You started talking and shit literally came out your mouth. Not Gadget's expertly crafted shit. You're just shit.
Oh, none of my shit is crafted. It's just I do a good stream of consciousness.
Excellent.
It's how I managed to play D&D. Rope you 4 weirdos here.
Anyway, we're definitely going to do this again because I do like these, and even though it made me say horrendous shit, I'm sorry to everyone in the north and especially Yorkshire. You know I love you, baby.
Yorkshire.
So we'll be back next month with our live Patreon
Revenge.
special, and it's going to go out raw. We're going to record it and we're going to upload it, mainly because we're literally seeing each other at the end of the month, so it has to go out straight away.
Yeah, it does.
we could probably just record it and upload it while we're there. Just put 2 mics in front of us and just talk.
Oh, I thought
I
we
know
were
what you're gonna do
wrestling.
because it's the revenge. It's the revenge episode. You're gonna get me fucking pissed and make me cry.
Potentially, yes.
I
So
think
yes,
we should just all have a big fight.
no
Physical fight.
Only if you're kiss and make up after it.
Yes, the best bit about fighting is the snogs at the end.
So yeah, we'll definitely do one of these again. We'll see you for next month, which will be Podcastle Madness. In the meantime, enjoy everything we do every Thursday. Scott Sheep every other week. You know the drills. Thank you for being patrons, and bye.
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 Bye.